first guest tonight is a man named Billy, who you may have spotted on the street. He returns to his triumphant role as Timon in Mufasa, the Lion King. It opens in theaters December 20th. Please welcome Billy Eichner. It's very good to see you.
So good to see you. Thanks for having me back.
It's great to have you, and you look very fashionable. I know you're fashionable. I know you know what's right, but people always say you can't wear white after Labor Day, and here you are just wearing it.
I break all the rules, Jimmy.
You're out of
It's
control.
Trump's America. The least of our problems is me wearing white after Labor Day.
Well, do you recall the last time I saw you?
Yes, actually. It's been a little while, and I've been wanting to tell you this story. I saw you at an after party this year after you hosted the Oscars.
Yes.
This is going to be a very name-droppy story, but there's no other way to do it.
Those are the most fun ones, right?
They are. And so this was Madonna's after party.
Right.
Which goes very late, kind of starts at midnight. And I walk in, and, you know, a lot of famous people are there, obviously. And the first people I see standing in the center of the party are Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Right?
Yes.
You guys heard of them? That's the most silent it's ever been when someone said Taylor Swift.
They're like, oh, what? In a house? This is crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
they were there, yeah.
They were there. And I don't know them at all,
Okay.
so I don't say anything, but I mean, I noticed them.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
And so then I'm standing around mingling at the party, and then all of a sudden I feel a very strong, like, bro-y, like, pat on my back.
That was me, right?
No, it was not you.
Yeah.
It was a masculine man, Jimmy.
I see.
And I turn around, I'm 6'3", right? So I'm not used to looking up at people. Actors are pretty short. And so I turn around and I feel this pat on my back, and I turn around and it's Travis Kelce. Okay, so now for many years, people may know I've been hosting a show called Billy on the Street, right? Thank you. Thank you. So I turn around, it's Travis Kelce, and in a very loud, booming voice, in a house full of the most famous people in the world, Travis Kelce looks at me and goes, "Jimmy on the mother street, I love you, man." This literally happened. And he's beaming. He's so happy to see me. And it's Travis Kelce, who I'm not expecting that he would know who I am at all.
Yeah, right.
And he says, "Jimmy on the street, I love you, man." And he said it with such confidence that I could not bring myself to correct him.
Yeah, you might have devastated him.
No, and he looked so happy to see me. Like, I could tell he was a fan. But he's Travis Kelce. He's huge. He's standing there with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know what to do. And then throughout the night, he kept seeing me. We kept, like, crisscrossing each other, and he kept, like, fist bumping me, right? Now, I don't want to stereotype gay men, but I don't ordinarily communicate via fist bump.
You don't.
No.
You do not.
So, but I kept doing it, you know?
You
I looked
have to.
like one of the chipmunks or something like that. And, but he was lovely. And then I kind of turned around after he said that to me, and I saw you standing in the hallway, because you were there with Molly, and I thought, oh, maybe he had seen you or something and got the names confused.
Yeah, I don't think he talked to me at all. Yeah, no, I don't think I did talk to him.
Well, I do want to say, though, he has an open invitation to appear with me on Jimmy on the Street.
Okay,
anytime.
yeah, great. And me too.
You can join us.
I would love to.
Yes, exactly.
That way we could really confuse him.
Yeah, and I should have. He was with Taylor. I didn't get to say hi to her. She was talking to someone, but it would have been funny if I turned to her and said, "Oh my God, Sarah Bareilles, I love you."
She probably would have been complimented.
They're both very talented.
Can I ask you a quick question about that party? Because I think it's the third time, and there are always a lot of parties. And I love Madonna, and people are like, "Oh, you want to come to Madonna's party?" And I always imagine, like, "Oh, Madonna invited me to her party."
Right.
I have never seen Madonna at her party.
Yes.
I've been to Madonna's party 3 times, not a glimpse of Madonna.
We're seeing a pattern of no one coming up to you and saying hello.
That was me standing in the corner talking to like the one comedian I know.
Exactly. No, Madonna was there.
I also want to add something that that was not the last time I saw you. I saw you at the Emmys. Remember, I walked in at the party after the Emmys, and you were right there in the front.
I love being
Travis
part of
is not the only forgetful man.
I know.
You have had quite a year. You had, well, Taylor Swift boyfriend kind of knows who you are.
Yeah, kind of. Jim, he knows Jimmy on the street, whoever that is.
You did a big performance at the Hollywood Bowl, which is this legendary venue. I know, with the Lion King stuff.
Yeah.
And you gave the commencement speech at your alma mater, Northwestern University.
I did, yeah. I spoke to all the kids graduating from the theater department there, where I graduated from. And it was amazing. I couldn't believe they asked me to do it. I worked very hard on the speech, and it was very moving. You can watch it on YouTube, not that anyone will. But, you know. But it was very moving to, like, see these kids, like, looking up at you, and they want advice. And, you know, and then a few months later, I was back in LA, and I was at a gay bar and with my friend, and this young-looking man comes up to me and is like, "Oh my God, Billy, I graduated that day, and I saw you give the speech, and I moved to LA," and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm the old weird gay man at the bar." Like, this child is at the bar, and he's there legally. And I'm like sad, like Larry on Three's Company or whatever.
At the Regal Beagle?
My like hairy chest hanging out, by the way.
At what age do you get cut off from going to gay bars? Is there?
If you're a gay man, probably you'd still be going to gay bars if you're Dick Van Dyke.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Really?
People. By the way, look at you having Dick Van Dyke, a living legend, on after me.
Well, you know.
My God, my sorry ass. He's 99. What are you gonna tell him? Hey, Dick, maybe next time.
Billy Eichner is here, and his movie is called Mufasa, The Lion King. We'll be right back.
But just to be clear, we're not in this story.
It feels a little bit like Heroes is stealing my thunder here.
Yeah, you know, I don't feel seen.
No, there's a lot of stories with all of us. Tell one of those.
Can I make one small suggestion? Less childhood drama, more meerkat.
Rafiki, I know who Chaka's gonna be.
Oh, me too. It's so obvious. But maybe just so we're on the same page, tell me, is it Simba? Is it me?
Pumbaa.
Am I Obasi? That makes no sense. But seriously, I have one question. Am I Taka?
That is Billy Eichner in Mufasa, The Lion King, with your partner, I guess. Now you guys have done 2 movies together, Seth Rogen.
Yeah, me and Seth Rogen are Timon and Pumbaa. It's a great movie. I just saw it for the first time myself. I loved it. I'm so excited to be part of it.
Did you see it at a big screening with all the cast?
No, they had to screen it for me. I couldn't go to the screening they had for the actors, and so I went to a private screening for myself. Disney showed it to me on the Disney lot, and I'm in this little screening room, and it's just me and watching it alone and laughing hysterically at my own jokes. And then behind, it was just me, and then sitting like kind of over there, right behind me, is a security guard, right? And because they don't want you recording the movie and all that stuff. And not that I would. What a weird thing.
I know, what a weird thing to ruin your own movie.
Right,
yeah.
okay. But I get it, okay. And he's like this kind of stoic-looking, late 50s, early 60s kind of guy, like very serious-looking. We watched the movie together. I absolutely love the movie. It is so good. I don't mind saying that because it's just good. I'm proud of it. And then after the movie, the lights go up, and this old man looks at me and says, "That really made me want to call my dad tonight."
Wow.
That actually happened.
Wow.
I know, it was very moving.
But he didn't call his dad, right? I mean, it made him
probably
want
voted
to.
for Trump or whatever.
When you and Seth are you
Law enforcement, you know.
Are you and Seth in the booth together, or do you record that separately?
Yeah, usually for these animated movies, people do record alone.
Yes.
But me and Seth, you know, Timon and Pumbaa were like a comedy duo. And so we record together the whole time. We're improvising. And a lot of the improv, shockingly, makes it into this big family Disney spectacular. It? Yeah.
And is Seth high when he's doing the improv? Yes, right?
Seth is high. Yeah, I've been like doing coke all night. It's really fun.
Yeah. So we are seeing,
I'm just kidding, Walt Disney.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote some songs, original songs for them.
Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote all new songs for Mufasa.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I know Lin. I met Lin in 2004 in New York when we were both struggling actor, writer, improv types of guys. And he had an improv hip hop troupe.
Oh, yeah.
Called Freestyle Love Supreme, which I think they still perform. And I had my little live show I was doing, my comedy show, which is where the Billy on the Street videos started originally. And we were performing in like tiny little black box theaters together in New York. No one knew who we were. Shout out to everyone at the Ars Nova Theater in New York, by the way. Because that's where we started over 20 years ago, and now we get to do this big Disney spectacular together.
Yeah, you've come
Pretty cool.
full circle together.
Yeah, it's the circle of life,
It
Jimmy.
really is quite literally the circle of life.
It sure is.
Was it fun performing at the Hollywood Bowl, especially after studying theater at Northwestern?
Yes,
Had you done anything like that before?
At the Hollywood Bowl? No. I've just like gotten high at like Coldplay concerts.
That's close. That's close enough.
Coldplay, by the way. Chris Martin. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
I didn't even put that together.
Oh. Oh, really?
And me and Dick Van Dyke, we've gone to orgies. You have no
have you?
idea.
He did not mention that in the pre-interview.
Well, he wouldn't, but he knows. Again, Walt Disney, I'm so sorry about everything. I love being part of the ABC Disney family. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, the Hollywood Bowl. Yes, because I got to perform live with the original OG Timon, Nathan Lane.
Oh, wow.
My hero.
Wow.
Yeah, and we sang The Lion Sleeps Tonight together, and that was awesome. I think it's going to be on Disney Plus in a few months.
Oh, it is? Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just a corporate shill, Jimmy.
Everything's going your way. Yeah. And why not, right?
Why not?
Well, it's a Mufasa the Lion King. This is a prequel or a sequel?
A prequel?
I don't know.
Very fancy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a prequel. It's a prequel to The Lion King, and it's the Mufasa origin story, and also functions as the Scar origin story. You see how they met, and how their relationship develops, how one became the king and the other became a more complicated villain type of character. And me and Seth as Timon and Pumbaa and Rafiki, we tell the story to Kiara, who is Nala and Simba's daughter, who is voiced by Blue Ivy Carter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Beyonce and Jay-Z's daughter, yeah.
Now you've given too much detail, but it's okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. The movie opens in theaters on December 20th. Go see it. Billy Eichner, everybody, is Mufasa the Lion King. We'll be back.